Hello, everyone, and
Hi.
welcome to another episode of the Vara and Virtue Show. How you doing, Wicked?
I'm doing great. A little scarred from fighting Marguerite, as I just told you, in Resident
That's
Evil
rough.
7 the other day. But you know what? We're pushing through. We're almost done with that. And like I said, I was gonna have it finished this week, and I'm gonna have it finished this week because I actually like this one. So I'm
It
finishing
is it
it.
is good. I'm glad you're enjoying it more than you were the sequel to what's it called? Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
Revelations 2.
Revelations, yeah.
Yeah, it's
I don't
and
know how I forgot that.
it's not that I don't the story's fine for Revelations. It's the game mechanics. It's a co-op game. If they would have had online, I would have waited to play with you at some point, but it's not online co-op, unfortunately. So I was like, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah, that's tough.
It
But I
is.
agree. Like that's the way that I kind of feel about it as well. But it's still like a okay game. It's not
Yeah,
terrible by
I
any
liked
means.
I liked Revelations 1 more. I actually really liked that one. I got through that one pretty fast.
Yeah. But guys, we have some Resident Evil news, of course, tonight to talk about. Man, oh man, we're getting close to the release of the new game.
Yes, I love every time like there's like a thirst edit or something made by Leon about Leon, someone sends it to me and they're like, did and I'm like, you know what? I'm not mad about it. I'm not mad.
Yeah, I do think the hypocrisy at Capcom is definitely interesting where ooh, you can't have women who oh, men are making sexual jokes about them or ooh, looking up their skirts, but hey, we can have every vein on Leon be visible through a shirt, you know? I just
I told
I don't understand
someone asked
hypocrisy.
if I had something to do with like Leon's look, and I was like, oh yeah, Vera and we reached out to our
Narrative
connections at
consultation
Capcom.
company,
Yes, exactly.
the anti-sweet baby Inc.
Yeah. But
But
I'm so excited. I'm like it feels like February is gonna go very slow. I haven't been this excited for a game in a long time.
yeah, no, I get
I'm
that. For me, luckily, I'm gonna be playing Neo 3 and that comes out in a couple days, and I've been super hyped for that game, but it's a
yeah.
Souls-like, so I know there's plenty of people that aren't gonna play it. I think it's gonna be really, really good though.
That's your bread and butter, the Souls type games.
Yes, it is.
And I'm also very excited for Reanimal. We're gonna be playing that probably the week after it
Yeah.
drops, right? We'll try to set
Yeah, because
something
it
up.
releases next Friday, I wanna say.
Maybe the
So,
following Tuesday, because you usually game on Tuesdays, right? Maybe we
I
could do it
do.
then, like a Tuesday
Yeah.
night or something.
Could do it
We'll
maybe
figure
like
it out.
Tuesday, Wednesday, or no, it'd have to be Tuesday.
Thursday, if you
Maybe.
can.
Yeah, we'll have
Yeah.
to see, but we'll figure
Yeah,
it out, guys. We'll let
we
you know. We
will.
are going to be playing Reanimal, though. I'm excited for that.
Yeah, me too. It's our first game together.
I know it's crazy,
We have a
but
whole list, but we're
we
finally
do.
gonna start it.
We have a long list of games to get through.
People keep
But
asking when we're gonna do 5, and I was like, just wait, guys, maybe March because you know nine's coming out, and both of us are gonna be very busy when 9 comes out.
yeah,
So
that's gonna take. I mean, I don't think it's necessarily gonna be an extremely long game, but I do think that it's gonna be the type of game where if you're taking your time and really looking for all of the little
I'm
details and
gonna.
stuff, right, it's gonna take you significantly longer than if you just were like Leroying through it.
You know, it's been I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat, or you if you know what. It's been 14 years since Leon's last like campaign game like this.
You mean like a new entry?
Yeah, like since a new
That's
one.
wild. Yeah, because we've been going through so many remakes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No.
I know, and then this is
No.
it. Listen, he better go out with a bang. But let's,
He better.
since we're talking about, do you want to start? What do you want to start with?
Yes, let's start really quickly. I'll read this. Cajun Corey, thank you for the 5. What do you call a wandering nun? A Roman Catholic. That's a really, really good one.
I like that, and it's funny.
I like that one.
She's like, let me get through this instead of like, oh, thanks for the super. Okay, it's Corey. Let me just get through this. But it was a good one.
That's very good. Thank you, Corey, for the 5-year best joke yet, I actually think. And Valiant Goat, thank you so much for gifting 5 memberships to the channel. Much appreciated. Chat, say thank you or you're banned. You know how it goes. I'll have to drop the ban hammer if you do not be nice. But
don't make Lady Vara mad. Then
yes, do not. But
sick Bilbo
you had sent me this in the group chat, and I haven't seen it yet, which you said it's very, very good. So it says a new live-action trailer for Resident Evil Requiem includes Micah Monroe fighting for survival in Raccoon City. I love when games actually put a little bit of effort into their marketing material. I think that it's always so nice when they actually do live-action trailers, or maybe they pay cosplayers to cosplay the characters, like really high quality, just small things like that that don't feel like just normal corporate slop in a way, I think is the best way to describe it.
This trailer made me want, obviously I hate that I have to say this, but by someone who would handle it properly, some kind of like Resident Evil show where they're following people that aren't like part of the main cast, but just other, like, kind of like what they're doing with A Quiet Place, where they're showing different people going through like the events, like when the world started ending, just random people like this. But I can't believe you haven't seen this yet. I'm really excited.
I haven't yet.
I'm excited that you're watching it with me. Okay, let's do it.
Okay. Good audio?
Yes.
Okay.
I used to think we were lucky. We had it all. A simple house. Good life. Sunday mornings.
Can I just say, 2 seconds into this, hearing the sad music, man, that's gotta make me a little sad.
Already,
I 2 seconds in.
I told you.
I went into this with very high expectations too, though.
Dance-offs.
There was red herb
at the park.
in the corner there.
Story time. It was our perfect little world. Then it started. First the sirens, then the emergency broadcasts.
Due to the citywide outbreak, you were advised to take shelter at the Raccoon City Police Station. Food and medical supplies will be provided to everyone in need.
And the screams. God, the screams.
Okay, what?
Did you see that?
Yes,
Nemesis.
I did.
You saw
yes,
Nemesis?
I did. Yeah. I wanted to get through it before I paused it.
Sorry.
And then silence. And I learned something I never wanted to know. How fast everything you love can go away.
I know this is official, like, Capcom promo material. It really is reminding me of that, what was it, the State Farm DC ad where they had, like, amazing looking actors playing, like, Joker and Poison Ivy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, from a couple months ago. Like, that's exactly what I got hit with. Like, imagine if this was actually the cast and this was actually a show.
And
instead...
You're 2 minutes in and, like, you want to watch the show.
Yeah.
We ran We fought. We hid. And still, they came.
Whew.
Oh, get ready. Get your tissues, chat.
That was the same shot that they had showed like in the
I
first
told myself we would
teaser
make it.
for Requiem.
Mm-hmm.
We just needed more time. You always think that you have more time. Until you don't. If anyone finds this, tell them I tried. Tell them I was still me. Right up until the end.
Damn, this shit is sad.
I told you.
Copy that. Raccoon City is ours.
Woo,
What
that
a good
was some
trailer, right?
sick promotional material. Holy.
I know, and it made me want a show like that. I'm like, why? That like, how can they make something like that so well done, but Hollywood can't give us shows like that?
I know.
Or
Instead, with
movies.
our favorite franchises, we get fucking Return to Silent Hills. No.
Just his girlfriend.
No, not
No.
the Just a Girlfriend. No.
Yeah. So
That was really good, though.
right. And then, like, sorry, like I got excited when I saw the little. See, look at this. Like everyone's like, "What?
How did a 3-minute trailer give a better story than literally every live-action Resident Evil movie and TV show? Yeah, like Netflix's Resident Evil. Oh my gosh, so bad.
But there was like I know there was more Easter eggs than what I've seen.
Oh,
but
there definitely
there's-
was a
There
couple.
was like
but
the red herb in the corner, and then
yeah, she had a green one by her bed.
Yeah.
It's so nice when it seems that people actually care, because Capcom is definitely a company that makes a lot of controversial moves, but something like that makes you feel like they care, even though you know that ultimately like they're making moves that prove they don't care. So it's like, hey, this is the good Capcom, even though we see the side of bad Capcom.
Yeah. Well, is it like there's different divisions, right? Or is it all just in Japan?
I mean, technically there is like different divisions, but everybody reports to the same people and everything. So
Okay.
yeah,
So yeah, I'm
Capcom
so-
knows how to get serious when they lock in.
yeah. Well, this is when like the women did a good job too, because when they're like a lot of the women at Capcom had input on Leon's design, and we're like, oh, we know, we can tell.
Yeah, well, the problem with that, and I thought that I had that. Oh, I do. Okay, I have the actual tab of it, which I'll bring up in 1 second. But is that there is so much hypocrisy that happens like within these companies, because this post sums it up well. You know, women in particular were pretty strict when reviewing his design. Resident Evil Requiem director says hot Uncle Leon Kennedy has many fans at Capcom versus how they treat women, which is Resident Evil 3 remake art director on Jill's updated design. Sex appeal was not the right direction. And listen, I love hot Leon. I love hot Jill. I would like every character to be equally hot. I think it's perfectly fine to have attractive characters in entertainment, but it's shit like this that drives me up a wall. It irks me to no end.
Oh yeah, I don't understand that, like why it's okay to have hot Uncle Leon, but don't give Jill too big of boobs, because that's
Right.
wrong. No,
Right, or-
it's not wrong.
ooh.
Everybody wants hot people. When you were a
Yeah.
little girl and you were playing like, I don't know, Street Fighter or something.
Or like Tomb Raider. Yeah, I want to
Yeah,
see
or-
a cool looking badass female.
Yeah, like
I appreciate that.
exactly. It's almost, I don't know what word I'm looking for right now, but it's just ridiculously
Hypocritical?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. I'm like, I know it's an easy word. It's
Yeah.
there. It's somewhere up there. Hypocritical for them to be like that.
Yeah.
I hope there's going to be a turning point like soon where they stop that and they realize like, hey, you know what? We want money. So let's just give these people what they want. I understand to a certain point, right? Like when people could, but sometimes people like on our side are troll with it and it's funny, but they take it seriously. Like when
Yeah.
they do the like ultra huge boobs and like make it look ridiculous.
Ones that literally like touch the ground because they're just like massive balloons. Yeah.
And I think like, oh my gosh, all you guys care about is like porn and stuff. And it's like, no, some possibly, yes, the internet is full of that. But people like you and I, we just want to see an attractive character. We want to
Yeah.
play as a pretty girl. And
Right.
when it's a boy, like Leon, yeah, like I would have been upset if they would have made like him not look good.
Right. And they should be able to, in theory, find the middle ground between their customers, what
Yeah.
their legitimate customers are saying, not extreme on one end, extreme on another. But the issue is that they're not listening to anybody that is not working for them. And we see the types of people that are working for them, or ultimately the people that are making the decisions that believe that they are chasing a wider global audience, which doesn't turn out to be a successful business plan for them because the modern audience members don't show up. And then all you're doing is pushing your real customers away.
I don't want to say I lost hope, but man, did it get me in The Sims when they made it so that you could have like the scar, like when you got the surgery.
Oh, the top surgery scar.
Yeah, so like in a
Yeah,
game
it's
where
like
you
in
can
Veilguard. Yeah, transgender, non-binary top surgery scar toggle. That's just
That's so
weird.
It's just weird. Sims is literally a game where you can make someone look any way you want. So
Yeah.
what? Like, don't get me started.
Right.
on
Why
that.
not just have, at that point, just a generic scar option that somebody can put anywhere on their character? And then, like, it's not pandering. You're just giving people a free, like, option to design their character however they want. Like, that seems like
Exactly.
the more logical choice. But of course, they have to label it because they want to virtue signal over it. They want you to go, oh my gosh, this company is so inclusive. We must praise them.
Yeah, it's exactly what it is. They don't care. Come on,
No.
June 1st, every
Yeah.
company has a rainbow flag, and then as soon as
Yeah.
June is over, they're like, okay, we're done.
That's
We're
it.
done pretending it's over. Back to regularly scheduled programming over here.
Yep. We see it with every single like day or month that has a theme to it now.
You know what I think? I think these people, they think they're like in a movie. So like the people that go to like the protests and stuff, right? Like
Yeah, they believe
think
they're going
they're
to be
so
seen as a
important.
hero. Yeah.
Yes, and it's like,
Yes.
no, calm down.
Well, because their lives are so
Barbara, okay.
unfulfilling and they've
Uh-huh.
rejected things like tradition. They've rejected having a family or being full of faith or all of these different things and bettering themselves. And so they need to fill that hole some way. And it just happens to be
With
by,
rainbows and
right, with rainbows and vomit and mutilation, I guess.
it's ridiculous. And like people like I knew a girl once that
Uh-oh, here
Listen.
we go. A girl.
She-
Those are terrible.
they're awful, guys. Don't listen to them ever.
Yes.
But she wanted a service dog
Yeah.
for her anxiety. And I was like, what? I didn't know what to say. I'm like, she was like dating one of my guy friends, and I was like, let me just be nice here because
Yeah. I mean, I get that there are people that do have like crippling anxiety and they literally can't like leave the house, but then you wouldn't know that girl because she wouldn't talk to anybody, because she wouldn't be friends with anybody, because she's afraid of everybody. So
wasn't-
clearly, I don't think she needed it.
she wasn't that bad. She was weird. We're all a
Yeah.
little weird, but like, no, the chat saying poor dog. She didn't get one. They probably like, what?
Poor dog.
They're like, no. She's like, I just want to be able to. Well, no, she has the dog. She wanted to make the dog her. She
Yeah.
wanted a service dog so she could just bring it everywhere. I'm like, give that poor dog a break. Go to work and let that dog sleep. Doesn't need your crap.
He does not. Poor dog. I agree.
I
But-
just there, and I see some stuff online where people have like they have like name tags or whatever. I don't know what we want to call them, but says like be patient with me. I have anxiety, this and like all this stuff, and I'm
Yeah.
like, so now we wear
Like the Joker. I have a chronic laughing disorder. I'm not laughing at you.
so now we have to literally wear it on us
Yeah.
so that if you have like a I don't know an anxiety meltdown, someone like wait, look at her, she's
Well,
got
because people are
anxiety, she's
obsessed
got
with
anxiety.
labels and
It's
they're
okay.
obsessed with extra attention. And so
Oh,
like
yeah.
putting those things together, it's like social media, for example. People have always done stupid things, but they do even more stupid things now in order to try to get a viral moment and in order to get attention based off
Get
of what they're
engagement
doing.
too.
Yes.
Yeah, I try telling my mom that because she always will send stuff like, be careful if someone knocks on your door, this and that. I'm like, listen, if someone tries to come in here, they're not gonna make it out. I'm in Florida, Mom. I exercise my rights over here. Okay. But it's very silly things where it's like, okay, I get it. Like we do gotta be aware, especially as women, you gotta really be aware of your
Yeah.
surroundings and stuff. But some of the stuff she sends me, I'm like, Mom, it's okay. I get it though. Mom's just supposed to worry, but I don't want her to just like have a panic attack, freaking out over the world.
Mom's gonna need a service dog soon.
Yeah, right. But no, it's you just know how moms get, especially with their daughters.
Yeah.
It's that's something that like you just like sparked that because I tried explaining like engagement farming that people do, and like they'll like stage a fake thing to seem like, oh my gosh, look what happened to me in this parking lot. It's like, and someone just happened to be recording at the perfect moment.
Yep. Or they reenact something in order to like duplicate the moment while it's on camera. People are weirdos.
Oh yeah, it's odd, but you know what? We digressed and sorry,
5 minutes later,
let's
it's
bring
okay.
it back. Let's bring it
Here's
back
the
to
cool Resident Evil cover, guys.
So we were just talking about this before the stream that I think
Yes.
Resident Evil is going to get our money twice because we're both going to buy it on Steam because we need to be able to play it immediately the day that it drops right away.
Yes.
But that cover, you got to play it so they can see it.
Yes.
It looks cool. I
It
think I
looks
gotta get it.
so fucking cool. So my thing is initially a couple weeks ago, I was looking for the steelbook version of the deluxe edition, and I couldn't find it anywhere. But I'm kind of glad I didn't find it anywhere and I didn't pre-order it anywhere because otherwise it would just be the steelbook. This is way cooler than a steelbook.
It is. It's way cooler. And
Yeah.
I mean, I have a lot of physical copies of games, but I'm very much someone that's like, I only want the physical copies of games I really like, which there's a lot of games I really like. This is one, like,
Yes.
I already know I'm gonna love it. They are selling us so hard on this. I'm like, I don't want to watch some of the footage that's come out about it because I don't want spoilers, but I'm like, I can't help it. I need to watch. And it's so cool.
Yeah.
Have you seen the chainsaw mechanic with Leon?
I have not.
If you don't want me to spoil it, I won't say anything.
You can.
But man,
That's
it
fine.
looks cool. So you can get a chainsaw at some point, and they know it's going to be very OP. It's a chainsaw, but it
Yeah.
can get stuck in the zombies too.
Ooh,
And if they like
that's
back
sick.
off, yeah,
It's
if they,
small
like, back off,
details
it
like
falls.
that
Oh, yeah,
seem like
yeah.
it's actually like they've put more effort into it. And this is the problem with these shitty companies is they'll do 5 bad things, but they'll do one good thing. And they'll go all out for one good thing because they know they need to make a lot of money with Requiem if they want to be able to make another game. And so
Absolutely.
they're
Especially
doing this
Leon.
thing where they're trying their best to get people in every possible way they can. But imagine if they actually cared every single time, they'd be making bank every single time.
Absolutely. And if this is going to be Leon's last game, it has to be
Yes.
perfect. The fans are going to riot if not. But with the chainsaw, like if it gets stuck in the zombie and they like back away and it falls out, you could get hurt by it. So they made sure that
Right.
it wasn't just like only a weapon that's OP going against, and the zombies can pick it up. So if it drops and you're like in a like tussle with another zombie, another one can come pick it up and come at you with it. And I'm like, that's cool.
Yeah.
Very
and
good
as
attention to
far as
detail.
this says is the PS5 cover, is this designed only for the PS5? Or did they just happen to show off the PS5 because they have it? Because, by the way, for anybody in chat who didn't know, this game is already starting to leak online. So be
Yeah.
very careful. There's already like physical, I mean, obviously, as you can see, there's already physical copies in the wild from like early shipments. So be careful. If you do not care about spoilers, then you can disregard this. But if you care about spoilers, I'd probably go on like if you use X and put like Resident Evil as a blocked tag so you don't see anything Resident Evil over the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, I'm being careful. I've seen some stuff, but it was like the stuff that I've seen were people that had a bit of early access to show like little
Yeah.
previews. I don't want any game spoilers, so now I'm done. Like I've seen a
Yep.
couple things. I saw the gameplay mechanic, a couple of like the stronger zombies. Like there's one that can like scream and it alerts the other zombies coming. I'm like, this is
I'm
cool.
excited.
Me too. So
If this game is bad, I swear to fucking God, I'm gonna boycott Capcom for the next 10 years easily.
So I'm looking, I think that may only be for the PS5 because the
Ooh,
Switch
okay.
looks like
So I had looked online on like Best Buy. I couldn't find this cover. It didn't specify this was the cover for the PS5 versions
it better
either.
be.
So I don't. Right, I'm afraid that there's like, ooh, gonna be oh, this is only for like a certain retailer. Like, you know how sometimes Amazon will have a certain version, a GameStop will have a certain version. I hope that that's not the case.
Yeah, I
Because
hope not.
I can't find any official details on it. Imagine if this is just fake.
Oh no!
Imagine if somebody just made some fake ass cover and is trolling us right now. I'm gonna be so angry.
Yeah, me too. You better don't play with our emotions like that.
Yeah, I need to spend money,
We
but it
need
looks
it.
cool.
It looks cool. If
Yes.
that's like if that's the cover, I'm gonna get that. If it's just like a basic cover, I don't think I'll get the physical copy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you said, I generally try to buy games I really like physical, or I know I'm going to like physical. You know, sometimes there'd be, you know, games that are donated to my channel on like Steam off my wish list. And then obviously, if I don't love the game and I'm not in love with it, I'm not gonna rebuy it. It's like with Expedition 33. I bought that game twice to support the developers because I was such a big fan of it, and I'm perfectly happy doing that. Hell, if they made a special edition, I'd buy a third copy of Expedition 33. But that doesn't happen very often.
Yeah. I'm with you. Steam, absolutely getting it. I want to play it immediately. But then if I find that cover out in the wild, I'm getting it.
Yeah, I agree, but I'll have to keep my eye out.
Yeah, I'm looking right
if
now.
I see anything, yeah, because I, at a quick glance, could not find any specific like retailer like description or descriptions on any of the retailer sites that specify a lenticular cover.
Yeah, because that's the only when you sent me that, I was like, oh my goodness, I want that.
I've
But
seen
yeah,
this one post. I hope it's real.
I'm just seeing like for $70 at like GameStop. It's a regular one. We'll see.
Yeah.
I know a few people that like do collecting and stuff. But if you find it, let me know, please.
Yes, I do need it. If anybody gets any more information, let us know.
She does indeed need it.
Exactly. Lonnie Dot, thank you for the 199. No message, just a dono. Much appreciated. Thank you. Gear for the IDR 50K. Extended news. Honkai English actress Aiden Dawn exposed by Gotcha Grail as Epstein follower, while English dub of Arknight's Haruka is an advert for JP dub. I have no idea of any sort of drama that is going on. I'll screenshot that though. Epstein follower and well, okay. Let me just start with English voice actors and actresses are always doing weird shit and are weirdos. So even not having any other context, that's where my brain instantly goes. But thank you for that. Addis, thank you for the 10. These female devs seem like they make women characters uglier than themselves. So the uglier the devs, then the female characters get uglier and uglier. Yeah, I would agree with that. We've seen so many of these like 500-pound blue-haired land whales be hired at these companies, or if they're not directly developers, they are consultants and they're telling the developers what to do, or they're telling a company what is and is not acceptable for certain regions. We see something, you know, like that happen where they get hired and, well, they definitely are the ugliest bunches of the lot.
Like with the Mary Jane in the latest Spider-Man. It's like, how
could they do that to my girl?
How could you do my girl like that? Like literally, listen, this is how she's supposed to look, people. Okay.
Yeah. She's supposed to be beautiful.
She's a model, for goodness sake.
Yes. Ada starts breakdancing. I was always so afraid that they were going to fucking just absolutely destroy Ada Wong. They didn't, luckily, but
You think she's gonna make an appearance in this game?
I think she probably will. Or Claire. Somebody's got to make an appearance
I
with
think so.
Leon. I think Ada's the more likely of
Mhm.
them, though.
Yeah, we'll see.
But yeah, the uglier the developers, the uglier the females, unfortunately.
Imagine being that just like
Self-centered to the point
yeah.
where it's like I have to be more attractive than the characters in a video game. And of course they're ugly, so that means they have
Yeah.
to make these characters look even worse than them, which probably is a feat in of itself.
Yeah. I can't like even when I like when we're like I was talking about when we're little girls, right? If we played a game where you could make a character, we made them look like really hot because even like
Yeah,
little girls,
yeah.
like they want
You
us
want
we
them
want
to
us feeling
be the most
pretty.
beautiful possible. I
Yeah.
wouldn't instantly be like, ah, yes, I want to make a Dragon Age of Veilguard looking character. I surely can't wait to play as this chick. No,
Just wait.
absolutely not.
We'll play Sims and make like the ugliest characters in the world for you guys. Just wait.
One day.
One day.
We'll put it on the list. We'll get to it eventually. Doom Guy, thank you for the 5. My 2 fave women on the internet is Wicked Virtue. Seeing anyone asking for a friend. She's seeing me right now on the screen. What are you
Yeah.
talking about? Jeez.
And obviously I'm saving myself for Leon Kennedy. Hello.
Obviously.
Have you been listening?
Leon is a great character. I love Leon. Blanok, thank you for the £2. Why don't you marry Leon if you love him so much? I guess we're gonna have to fight. We're gonna have to
fight to the death.
joust.
We're gonna
Yes.
joust. That's what's gonna happen. We're gonna yeah.
Hey, there's only one Leon. He can only have one wife. Bad news.
Bad news for one of us. 2 go in, 1 goes out.
Yep. Netstealer, thank you for the 2. Why is Ryan's nickname 6 Dwarves? Because his 7 forehead? Is that the type of joke? Thank you.
I don't know.
Doom Guy, thank you for the 5. I want to see Leon and Ada get married. Leon, you are the father. I always loved Leon and Ada's relationship.
It's cute.
I mean, it was always like more flirtatious than like a genuine relationship, and I always thought that they were good characters together.
Yeah, I did. To be honest, I was kind of they did have like this chemistry, but I know we didn't really get much of Claire and Leon, but I know like didn't they go on a date or something or like they were going to?
Yeah.
I'm like they would have had some cute babies. Claire
Yeah.
and Claire, let's be honest, would have been better for him than Ada, but
Yeah, that's
but they still
true.
it's kind of like the Peter Parker and Mary Jane stuff, right? I am team Mary Jane, but that's like my toxic trait as a Spider-Man fan because I know Gwen is better for him, but I'm still team MJ.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I think it's MJ or nothing. But
Exactly.
hey, we need some fan fictions written. I bet there's so many fan fictions.
Oh, yeah.
That's for sure. Joey Tribbiani, thank you for the 5. I once dated a twin and it didn't end well. I guess I shouldn't have slept with her sister. Anyway, hi Vara and Wicked. How are you doing?
Yeah, say how you doing?
How you doing? Doing good.
Oh.
Don't date twins. Bad news.
Bad news, Joey. Come on.
Yep, exactly. But thank you for the 5 and Hypernauts. Thank you for the 5 Canadian fake monies. Vera just Googled, I think it's called Resident Evil Requiem Lenticular Edition. Collector's Editions UK website. Oh, but I'm not in the UK. What the hell?
Just
Okay.
Baru, buy this for us. Thank you.
Resident Evil Requiem Lenticular Edition. I'm looking right the freak now.
Is it? What is it? Do we need it?
I'm looking.
I know people in the UK. I got connections, okay?
Try to find it. I do see it on collector's editions. It says update on 111. A special edition with a lenticular sleeve has gone on pre-order on Amazon. So
And it's
it is
only in the
saying that
UK?
in the UK it was the Amazon only. Or at least
that's
that
the-
listing talks
that's-
about it.
That's the cover that we want.
Yes, it is the cover that we want.
I gotta talk to
I'll-
my UK people.
I'll bring it up here. Here we go. I hit it in case it's like, hey, do you want to switch your location? And then it says your location. Wouldn't even shock me if it did that. Yeah, it just says update and then the lenticular. So I'll have to see if there's maybe a specific Amazon listing for the US that also has it. Otherwise, we're gonna have to call in connections, but it is for PS5 and Xbox Series X.
Okay.
So at least we got that answer. I'll keep the tab up. I'll see. I'll take a quick peek. But thank you for that. And that's Steeler,
thank
thank you
you.
for the 2, because he is everything but happy. Orion is. Fuck my life. It is true. It is what it is, and it's not good, at least for him. I think it's hilarious. But speaking about something that is not so hilarious, you had sent this to me, which this is so infuriating for so many reasons. So Dean Cain has now been rejected by GalaxyCon over a difference in quote-unquote values, sparking questions about conservative voices at fan conventions.
And yeah, so, and they're also, let me see if I can, I'll put it in the private chat for you. GalaxyCon has been on their Instagram
Silencing people. I saw Blabs had made, I think, a post about it, and then maybe she had said that it had happened, but I'm not logged in.
Oh, it's fine. I could also read it to you if you want.
Yeah, you can read it, or you can bring it up on a screen share if you want, because I'm not logged in.
Yeah. Here, we'll do that.
I hate how Instagram does that. It will block it out and it won't let you view anything unless you log in.
Yeah,
stupid.
We'll finish this first. We'll keep it up. But yeah, it's ridiculous. So this was actually, like, you don't have to share. You can just keep this up and I'll read it. I quote tweeted Dean, because I met Dean and he is so kind. Like it was me and X-Ray, and he didn't realize at first like who she was, and when he did, he was like, oh, because he had been on F&T at that point.
Yeah.
So he was like, oh, and he comes around the table and he like gave us a hug, and he wanted to like sit there and talk with us for a minute. You could tell he had a line, one of the longest lines. This was also in Buffalo, and if you don't know, he did temporarily play for the Buffalo Bills, and he's still a big fan, which I love. So when he goes to Buffalo, he gets a lot of love. People love him. I mean, they love Dean Cain anyways, but he, yeah. And I actually said, I said that like I was friends with Jay, and I was like, you know, Jay, Drunk BPO, and he's like, yeah, he's so cool. So yeah, they're bros. But he like actually took a picture of me like giving him a hug, and it was the sweetest moment. I was like, oh, he was so, like I said, he just wanted to talk with us. You could tell. And then he like looks at the lines, like he seems just so down to earth, and his values.
It's very rare for actors and really anybody in any like position of, I don't know if I necessarily want to say authority, but like that people look up to in some way. It's very rare for them to actually be like legitimate human beings almost, because so many of them put themselves on pedestals.
Oh, absolutely. And this was what, if anyone didn't see it, this is what Dean had tweeted originally, like what GalaxyCon said to him. In regards to Dean Cain, although I have a soft spot in my heart because he sent me an autographed postcard in the mail when I was like 10 years old, GalaxyCon's values don't align with Dean. And then Dean redacted the name of another actor that they said also reached out to us quite often, but we were also going to pass on him. Thank you, Sarah, VP of Talent at GalaxyCon. And Dean was like, this is how they try to blacklist. What are the values that I hold, which are not aligned with GalaxyCon values? Please be specific, Sarah plus GalaxyCon. And then he said other celebrity name was redacted by me. Yeah, that one.
Yes.
So, and they're not explaining it either.
Right. This is so ridiculous that you're going to invite somebody or have somebody, and then They get the appearance is canceled. They're blacklisted. They're not given a clear and concise reason. And not that the reason would make it any better, but you should at least show some general respect for people that are the reason why your convention got so big in the first place. Most of these
Absolutely.
conventions would be a tenth of the size that they are if it wasn't for celebrities.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, when I like I said, it was Buffalo, but I know, like, I don't know, maybe Jay has been at a con that Dean has been at. I know he was at MegaCon last year, but I didn't see him. Like, MegaCon is it's insane. But his line, like, they weren't ready for that line when I went. I got there right away, and I was there for about 30 minutes, and I was like third in line because he was like a little late. But that line wrapped around the whole convention. And like when me and X-Ray walked away, we were like, they weren't ready for this. Like, people were just
Yeah.
he is so sweet, and I've met some celebrities that are just kind of like mid whatever, but just you can tell when meeting these celebrities. Like, I always tell people, go if you like a B-list celebrity or something, which I guess that'd be what he's considered, even though he had a massive show in the 90s. They're so much more humble, and they actually want to talk to you. And I remember my mom was like, make sure you tell him I love him. And he was like, well, your mom has good taste. My mom's always like, she's all happy about it. I'm like, oh my gosh, mom. Because she did. She was, I mean, I think every mom in the 90s was obsessed with Dean Cain. But it's so sad because, like, your values don't align. What? Because he's a conservative?
Right.
That's
And
why they don't align?
it's probably because of the ice
Yeah, of course.
posts and
it's like,
everything that happened a couple months ago. Like, that's literally most likely the major reason why they've decided to do this, which is still just insane.
It's like, if you're gonna virtue signal that way, right? Because you're saying it quietly, because you know your little like lefties are gonna be like, yeah, like you did the right thing. Say it then.
Right. If you have full confidence in your audience to still show up and you don't think that this is going to affect you negatively, say it with your chest. It's like when people will make posts on social media and then they will either delete the posts or they will lock down their account. If you're going to say something, say it with your chest, or else shut up. I'm sorry. I have zero respect for you if you're going to say something and then run scared 5 minutes later because you go, oh my gosh, somebody doesn't like my opinion. What
Exactly.
kind of logic is that?
They're so weak-minded, and they're sheep. And most of these people, they don't even pay attention to what's going on with, like, we won't get political or anything here, but they just don't pay attention, and they jump. Yeah. They just jump on the bandwagon, and they think, like I said earlier, these people think they're in a movie. They're going to these protests, and they're being so loud, and they look so retarded. And it's like, you ask them one question, and they're like, just cause. Like, they got nothing to say. They're just so stupid. And if you want, I can share the GalaxyCon posts here. Let's see. And they definitely have been deleting comments. And I think at this point, they just have probably stopped because all the comments. Okay, so this is Stars of Superman.
Yeah.
They have Brandon Rolfe. That was the worst Superman that
come
ever.
Come on, bro. Are you for real?
But look at the comments.
Yeah.
Where's Dean Cain, the best Superman and an American patriot? More Dean gifts. Will you please? Oh no.
Suddenly, when you care about protecting your country, you're problematic. You're too problematic for these people, and they can't happen to be seen with you at your event. Like, oh my gosh, really? It's so pathetic.
It's all him. Where's Dean Cain? In my younger days, Dean Cain was Superman. Not sure why he isn't here. Some of these people probably don't even know.
Right.
And then there's people that, like, forgot the best one. Your values are crap. Like, people, if they're doing this, it's just going to make people mad, and it's going to make them, boycott. They're going to, like, why don't you like Bunny? Who cares? Oh, no, he does something that you don't like. Okay, then don't go to his booth.
Are all going to have different opinions. Not everybody should be forced to have the same opinion, or else they can't live their life, or else they're going to be blacklisted. That's ridiculous.
It is. And Skeptical Luigi makes a fair point that Tom Welling technically did not play Superman. He played Clark Kent.
Right. But you'll put him at this event. And
you know how much stuff he's done? I have nothing against Tom Welling, but I've heard that he's gotten into quite a bit of, like, trouble, like drinking and stuff like that, right? I loved Smallville back in the day, so no hate towards Tom Welling, and I liked the Superman and Lois show, actually. I thought that was actually
I did
good.
too. I thought it was good.
There's parts of it that were kind of like meh, but, like, overall I enjoyed it. But Dean not being there, it's like, come on. He is the Superman for a lot of, I want to say, even like maybe the younger Gen X, right?
Yeah.
Millennials, and then even Gen Z. Like that was the first live action Superman for me. I was very young, but I just remember my mom watched it because my older brother loved it, and she loved it because she liked to look at Dean. And then I was just there like Superman's
But women
cool.
don't care about nerd culture. What are you saying your mom's a gooner? Oh my gosh. She was objectifying a man? What the heck?
Incoming text from my mom. What's gooner mean?
Yeah, right, exactly.
Sometimes she watches us. She's like, what does that mean?
Sorry, mom.
No, but it's just so ridiculous. And I don't know, I hope he goes to more cons and his line is massive.
Yeah, I hope that there's conventions that actually pick him up based on this situation now, because it's so sad, especially when you have somebody who wants to go and wants to interact with fans. There's some actors and actresses out there who do not care, but they're making money. And so because they're getting a fat paycheck to show up for an appearance fee, never mind what they're making just from their booth itself, it's like you have to drag them into these events. But for someone like Dean Cain, he wants to go. Dean Cain wants to be there, and that's great. But it's just so sad. It really is. And Brett, thank you for the 5. Hope you're doing good, guys. A couple weeks, Brett will be on the channel. Getting booted from conventions because of politics. What is this, 2018? Yeah, there's so many like TikTok girls that are like, oh my gosh, it's a return to 2016. Well,
no,
apparently it's really is.
It really is.
Yeah, getting canceled from conventions. It's insane. It's like what
retarded.
happened with Camelot just a couple of months ago.
Oh yeah,
Why?
what was it again? It was they canceled him from a convention, right?
Yes, they
okay.
did. Apparently it's happening more and more now. It's like just when people are almost willing to like forget what conventions were doing almost a decade ago, and like they're starting to maybe dip their toes back into the water, and they're willing to maybe show up to a convention here or there. All of this is happening again, and it's like, well, any sort of excitement I would have had to go is now killed by the fact that you're pulling this shit again.
I hope it, like, I'm not usually someone for like big like calling boycotts and stuff, because there's a lot of people that are, you know, invested, that get paid with this stuff, that have nothing to do with the higher ups making these really bad decisions. But I hope that they feel this, because it's not okay. You want to silence conservative voices because they don't align with you. And meanwhile, you stay silent when people that are on your side do much worse. Like, I'm just tired of it. And I really hope that GalaxyCon feels this. I think they are, because like you just look at that post and it's not a lot, but again, they've been deleting comments. So if they wouldn't have deleted comments, I bet there would have been like probably close to like 100. And you look at it and it's all just Dean. And some of the people have no idea that he tried to go, and they don't want him there.
Yeah, just sad all around.
Yes.
And it sucks for basically anybody who either is a conservative in Hollywood or even the video game industry. This has happened so much over the past decade, and it's getting to the point where, yeah, I mean, I don't call for boycotts, because I think that people most of the time can make a judgment for themselves, but it's getting to the point where it's hard to not be like, yeah, I'm completely done, or I'm going to personally boycott.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But
I'll never do a GalaxyCon just on my own principle, right? That's
Yeah.
that's kind of where I stand with it. Like, I'm not going to do it, and I'm going to talk about the fact that I'm going to stay away from this company, or, you know, whatever we're talking about, and I'm not going to judge you if you still support them.
Right.
Like, if, you know, like if there's a game that
everyone
I'm not
can make their own
interested in-
decisions.
Yeah, but that makes, because that's where it's like,
Because
where's
that's
the
what the
line
left
then?
does. They say
Exactly.
you need to boycott because of my opinion and
Mhm.
stance and principles. It's like with Hogwarts Legacy. Media was going at it saying you need to boycott this because I don't like J.K. Rowling. Well, what if I don't care? You know, if I want to play the game at the end of the day, but they will constantly try to shove their opinions down other people's throats, which I am also against.
Exactly. An example of that, like, and I was just gonna say that there's a fine line then, like, what side we're just as bad as the side that we claim to hate if we are yelling, trying to tell people to live the way that we live.
Right.
It depends on what it is, right? Like, we're yelling about, like, you know, them trying to make kids trans and stuff like that. That's harm towards children. That's
Yes.
different. But like when it comes to like media or an example, like on my vlog channel, if I go to like Epcot or something, there's always someone that's like, don't support Disney. And it's like, listen, I'm gonna do what I want. I like going to the park sometimes. I live in Florida. You don't want to go, perfectly fine, but don't tell me
Right.
what to do.
No, I mean, I completely agree. It's like people will get mad that I talk about a game and then I stream it. It's like, well, how am I supposed to form an opinion based on that? But also, if I have, let's say, in this stream, we have 300 people watching right now. That would be costing a company over $21,000 if we were playing a game and nobody else bought it. That's insane. And then
Yeah,
if the game is good, the developers do make more money. So it's like, I think me standing on my principle of giving something a chance it's like a lot more important, at least to me personally.
Yeah, when you look at it that way, that's so true. Like you
Yeah.
play a crappy game, you spend $50 on it, but you've got,
Right.
500 people watching you, and that could be
That's-
500 people that aren't going
yeah.
to buy the game now.
That's $20, $30, $40,000 depending on how much the game costs and then how many people didn't buy it.
Yeah,
That's a
and
big
then
W.
same-
I didn't say to boycott, but I'm also making it so they lose out on so much money. Hey, it's a good feeling to me.
Yeah, and then same thing if it's good, like Expedition 33.
Yeah.
I'm sure streamers like you that enjoyed it so much, you got a bunch of people to buy it.
Probably.
Yeah.
And hey, a win is a win in my opinion.
Yeah.
But Doom Guy, thank you for the 5. Centrists have money. We don't need their woke shit. Someone get Elon Musk on the case. We need a more conservative leaning or right leaning convention. But what would be glorious about that is that it wouldn't be only conservatives. It's like how these conventions should be ran. It shouldn't just be a safe haven for lefties. It should just be for fans and actors that just care about entertainment. But because they've infected these spaces and they've pushed their power and they've made it such a hostile environment for conservatives or basically anybody who isn't them, it's like now we need an alternative when in theory we shouldn't.
We shouldn't. You're right. And to think of like, okay, there's plenty of artists, actors that are very left leaning that do not like anything that I stand for, but I still like their art and I still will watch their movies because, I'm not a baby. But then you got them on the other side that's like, I can't watch Dean Cain anymore because he upset me. His view, like, shut up.
Yeah.
It's so like it's just so freaking ridiculous. They're so soft and
They are.
Go ahead and finish the supers. I'm not gonna go off.
It's okay. You're free to if you want to.
This is a safe space for me.
It is. Jose, thank you for the 199. Are you getting Resident Evil 9 amiibo and Switch control? There's a Resident Evil 9 amiibo? What is it?
I'm
if it's
on
a
the
little
case.
raccoon, I would buy that shit just because it's a hunk of plastic. I'm not gonna lie. There's no way I would ever buy a Resident Evil 9 for the Switch. But if it's a cute little
The amiibo, maybe.
yeah, maybe.
The first official Resident
I
Evil.
probably would if it's a little
Grace.
raccoon.
It's Grace.
I'm good.
So yeah, the first
No.
official Resident Evil.
I mean, I'm sure Grace is going to be a fine character. Like, I don't hate Grace, but unless it's Leon's abs or cute little raccoon, I'm not buying it, man. I'm standing on my principles.
Yeah, and I'm not, and I wouldn't buy the control. If I get a physical copy, it'll just be that cool PS5 cover.
Yeah, no, I agree, but I wonder what the amiibo would actually give you.
Yeah, if it's something cool, maybe, possibly.
Well,
if I don't have
I
the
would
game,
never
does it
buy
matter?
it. Well,
Like-
right, then it wouldn't matter.
If it was cool looking, like you said, like if it was like a cute little
Yeah.
raccoon or something, you can get it just to like display it. But,
Yeah.
yeah.
But otherwise, I mean, I'm sure Grace is going to be fine, but I don't think Grace is going to be groundbreaking, earth-shattering. Like, I'm going to love Grace more than every other character by the end.
She's probably going to be like at the bottom, and not like a bad way, because she's got a lot of competition. She's got Jill, she's got Claire, there's
Oh,
Ada, like
yeah.
out of the ladies.
Like, with one game, it's very hard to make an impact.
Yeah. I do think that they're going to build her up because like there's little like things they threw in there, like when Leon shoot, he's just like bam, 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 superhero like action, and then her, she's like she's shaking. Like you're going to see her progress, and that's what I
Yeah.
like. That means so they're not going to make her like a Mary Sue. Okay, I'm with that. So maybe, maybe she'll be in the next game and we'll be like, I like Grace. She became this like, super tough chick like Jill. I don't know.
Yeah, I also feel like if they're giving her an amiibo, it probably means that they plan to like keep her around for longer than a single game.
Yeah,
Because
that's true.
otherwise, why wouldn't they just do like Leon?
They should have done Leon.
They should have. Would have been way, way cooler, but that's cool.
Alas, we get
I mean,
Grace.
at least she'll probably be a good character, and there'll
I
be
think
some
so.
merchandise for her.
Mhm.
Marco Reality, thank you for the 5. Throwing shade at Dean Cain is like censoring Gina Carano. It's BS all around from people who are too dumb to engage in real conversation. Yeah, they need to silence the people that they don't like the opinions of, generally because they cannot handle any form of like criticism or also feeling stupid. They love to silence people who are smarter than them.
Oh, absolutely. Because you try to you just know like the bare minimum on a topic and you try to explain to them and they turn into toddlers and they plug their ears. They don't want to
Yep.
hear it. And it's like, it's so sad. I mean, I'm sure you see it too, like, cause you're in a pretty blue area, I'm guessing. So just, you're surrounded by it. And I was in New York. A lot of the people I grew up with, it was so sad to see.
Yeah.
Just, that's what turned me over because I saw them like sharing all this like stuff and I'm like, this has got to be like bull. Like at this point, like, and I just looked out simple web search and you find out that picture was photoshopped. That's not really what happened, and you just go down that rabbit hole and you're like, man, all these people are retarded.
And it's even worse with AI now.
Oh,
it's
bad.
gotten so much worse. But that's how it goes. And Mark Reality, thank you for the 5 gifted. Much appreciated. Thank you. Mr. Rich, thank you for the 5. I agree with Vara. I too am against shoving things down people's throats.
PSA from Vara.
Yeah, I guess so. Thank you for the 5. And Clippy's Ghost, thank you for the 20. Have 20 towards the buy shit game, play shit game, give shit game a review fund. Also, Tim Sweeney, you a bust. Tim Sweeney, I don't know why. It's like he posts his opinions on social media and he is right sometimes, but I have zero respect for Tim Sweeney. I mean, he's not like the worst guy in the video game industry in my opinion, but also I just hate him. I just do not like him.
I don't like your face.
Yeah, I don't know. He's epic.
Yeah, I had to look it up.
Like, he's the epic CEO.
And then, like, as soon as I said I don't like your face, there's a picture of him, like...
Yeah, he's not like... He doesn't have the worst takes in the history of the video game industry. But man... not a fan. Also, thank you for the 10, so thank you for the 30 total. But communism. Yeah, that's how it goes. It is what it is. But thank you. All right, let's talk about, you know what, since we're here, let's talk about gamers being toxic chudda losers. So
why is they're writing articles about all my friends?
Yeah, how could this happen to us? So
what happened?
Wild Light Entertainment has had a pretty bad, week and a half now since Highguard released. Longest week and a half in my life. At least in my opinion.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk about this game every day. My God.
Suffered through it.
Yeah, it's getting close to like Concord levels of trollery. But Highguard came out in 24 hours. It lost 80% of its players. It has not really recovered. The other day, it got a little bit higher because they put the 5v5 mode into the game. But... well, in-game right now is 4,222 people. This was when I brought the tab up. Oh, it's actually gone up a little bit. Oh my God, they're recovering, guys. It's going so much better for them.
Good for them.
I know. So great for them. But things are obviously not going super well. And we've seen some coping happening from the team behind Highguard. They basically had said that they don't need a massive audience. They just need a small group of dedicated, passionate people playing their title, which doesn't make sense to me because you're not getting that initial purchase up front, and so you're relying on people liking the game enough to swipe their credit card. And even if I like a game, I'm not going to be buying every microtransaction. Let's say I buy a $20 skin or maybe two $20 skins. but that's it. And apparently their mentality is it's okay to have a small group of people. Doesn't make sense to me. But now the CEO is saying that toxicity is challenging surrounding Highguard, and they're unsure if skipping the Game Awards would have improved reception.
Well, that's not. That take confuses me because normally when you go on a platform that shows a bunch of gamers your game, it means your game's going to do well, but that means you have to have a good game. So I think that's just some cope there. Like the Game Awards ruined our game. No. Your game sucking ruined your game.
Right.
And the thing is, people were hyped about it. I remember hearing a couple of my friends talk about it, and they're like, "Oh, it looks kind of cool." And then you play it, and they're like, "It is so boring." People are just. It's not even like that deep. It's just that people will think it's boring.
Yeah, I mean, I
Surface
had
level.
put the 5 hours into it, and
Oof.
I never want to play it again. It's like 5v5. Even if they add the 5v5, which they did, and I suppose is good that they kind of listened, the game itself just has a lot of problems, and the game itself just isn't a great game. Like, even if you add a few different requests from fans, you would have to redo the gameplay, you'd have to redo the maps, like, you'd have to keep the 5v5, you'd have to add different game modes. Like, it just would be so many changes that it wouldn't even resemble the game that they came up with at that point if it was truly going to feature everything that people had asked for. It just isn't a good experience all around. And sure, like I get the mentality almost that if it didn't show up at the Game Awards, or maybe it showed up in a different spot, people wouldn't have been so critical. But the problem with that argument is that you would have never gotten the, whatever the high all-time peak was, 97,000 people. You would have only gotten like 15K max peak.
Yeah.
So because people had been roasting it for a month after the Game Awards because the reveal was so bad, that's the only reason you even got these people playing it in the first place. And yeah, like they would have gotten maybe 15K because of the sponsored streamers, but so many people like myself gave it a chance just because it looked so hilariously bad because I saw it at the Game Awards.
Yeah. So that's where their cope is, right? It looked so bad at the Game
Right.
Awards, so we shouldn't have. I mean, maybe it would have. I guess in theory, maybe it could have done a little bit better, but that I don't know because, like you said, people wanted to see how bad it was because
Right.
of the Game Awards. So if they wouldn't have had that, the word of mouth would have gone around.
Yeah.
That like as it already like it did, and there people like, I'm not gonna waste my time on it.
Yeah, exactly. And Clippy's Ghost, thank you for the 10. That only works for the First Ascendant because physics. The goon is real. Yeah, like, hey, I think the First Ascendant, it's got, I don't think it's got bad gameplay. I think that, like, the RNG in it is really bad, which definitely brings it down a lot. I do think it's fun. And also, yeah, the jiggle physics and the character designs really do help keep it in the forward front of people's minds and keeps you wanting to come back for more just because it is a very aesthetically pleasing game. But in the case of something like First Ascendant, even this game doesn't have anything strong going for it. Like with the Game Awards highlighting this title, the only thing that this game had going for it, I guess, is just that it was so bad looking. That's not enough.
That's not gonna sell your game, okay?
Right,
Like,
exactly. But one of the
Man.
studio's several ex-Respawn founders weighed in on the general discourse during an interview with Jason Schreier, asked about the near-endless criticism being levied towards the game, from its gameplay being unsatisfying to its maps feeling completely lifeless. The CEO asserted, "We think the game, as it is right now, is super fun." Yeah, and so do the 5,000 people playing it. Like, that's just not good enough. Like, I hate when developers say, "Oh, it's just not a game for you and don't play it." Sure, I won't play it, but also you're not making a game for yourself. You're making a game for an audience. It's such a like an egotistical, I made something perfect and you're wrong mentality.
Yeah, it goes back to I don't know when this happened. somewhere probably within the last 10 years or so. But when you didn't like someone, like the audience or the consumers don't like something, they blame them. And it's like,
Yes.
no, you got lazy and you made crap that we don't like. We're supposed to like it just cuz,
Right.
because I mean there is people who like there are a lot of people who will say it's like a show that has jumped the shark on like season 3 and they're on like season 12 and the diehard fans are still there because they just need to consume these characters even though it's an awful script now. So there are people that are like that that will defend it to the death. But there's
Right.
a lot of people that like are especially nowadays that we're just like we're getting so much crap that it's hard to find things that we like. So
Mhm.
pointing it out, criticizing it, like this game getting criticized, it's valid criticism. If people are bored with your game and they don't like it, then you can't force them to
Yeah.
like your game. So maybe go back to the drawing board when people are like, telling you what's wrong with your game and be, all right, we're gonna do better next time instead of like, no, you're part of the problem. You're toxic because you don't like something that I spent my entire life working on. So you're a big meanie and I'm gonna go cry in the corner and yell on the internet about it. Like I just
Yeah, whenever you
they're so
criticize something,
tough.
you're just called toxic because you're not
Yeah.
reinforcing, their delusions. Um, it's like, oh, you criticize something and you talk about something online, you're called a grifter.
It's ridiculous.
It
It's just
is. I wish I had a better word for it, but it
I'm
really is.
I'm embarrassed for people like that. Like, I can't
Yeah.
imagine living life that way where it's just like, you don't like what I like, and I am personally offended by that, and I am going to froth at the mouth for the next week and a half about this, and then when something else comes out that I like that you don't like, I'm gonna switch to that. Like, their whole identity is just being a victim and, being bullied by people like us. We're big
Yeah.
bullies, if you didn't know,
We
Vara.
are.
We're
We're just
awful.
so
We're
mean and
toxic.
toxic. Yeah. That's us.
It's
Bullying the
sad.
journos, the game devs, bullying each other.
I'm all
I
for it.
mean,
Bullying
yeah,
needs to make a comeback.
I agree. Like, in theory, I'd like to be a nice person all the
Mhm.
time, but the issue is that the people that we talk about would like us dead based on our opinions. So it's hard to
Yeah.
be nice to somebody who literally would stomp on your grave if they got an opportunity.
Yeah, it's a sickness. The mental health in just the world is just deteriorating at such a fast rate.
Yeah. But it says to this end, later asked by Schreier as to whether he regretted announcing Highguard at the Game Awards instead of shadow dropping as they'd originally planned, he admitted that at the end of the day he was unable to give a direct answer as he was still mulling over the entire situation, telling his host that's an incredibly fair question, and it's one I ask myself quite a bit. It's one that I'm going to continue to ask myself. If we are wildly successful, I will still ask
You
myself
couldn't even
that
finish the sentence.
because I'm interested in the business side of how we communicate to players and press. Brother, I think it's time to go back to the drawing board because you were not wildly successful and you're definitely not going to get people back.
No. Nope.
Nope.
The fat
Uh,
lady has sang, you guys are done.
Yep. Also, Mark of Reality, thank you for the $50 super
Thank
chat.
you.
Today at my courthouse, in my courtroom, there were a bunch of reporters. Apparently, someone decapitated a dog and threw the body of the park. Haram. It was a good doggy. Forgot the exact name, but the story was Justice for Dex.
Aw.
What? Oh my gosh.
That's horrible. People are sick.
People
See, this is
are
the kind of stuff that
sick.
makes me mad. Leave the dogs alone. Leave the
Yeah.
animals alone.
I hate hearing
Stories like
sad
that.
stories about animals. Humans, sometimes I don't feel that bad. But most of the time I do. Some
Cat's
people
crying now.
are bad, but all animals are good.
Yeah.
Thank you for
Agreed.
the 50 though.
Thank you, Mark.
Damn. Try to make us a little happy while making us depressed.
And I was like, we want to smile and thank you, but we're like,
yeah. Anyway, thank you for the 50. Much appreciated. That's sad. Justice for Dex.
yes.
Anyway,
Where were we?
Highguard. Holy fuck. This game's so
It's
bad.
crap. It's crap.
Yeah.
Don't buy it.
The toxicity is challenging, and it's debatable whether we would have had more or less or the same by doing the Game Awards. Like, clearly, man, you sitting here and talking about, ooh, toxicity is instantly a problem. Like, that, it just shows how out of touch these people are.
Yeah.
Like, really? The toxicity is challenging. Maybe if you made a better game, you wouldn't be facing backlash and you wouldn't be facing criticism.
Maybe
It's just that simple.
if you're that soft, you shouldn't make games if you can't take any criticism.
Yeah.
Because even games that most people
Just
think
a
are
product in
fantastic-
general.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, there's games
Yeah.
that we think that, like, I would say 95% of people love and think are fantastic, but there's still that 5% that's like, nah, trash, hate it, don't like it.
Yep.
Okay, cry about it. Like, I don't understand, like, it's like the participation trophy generation. That's who is making games and then in Hollywood and stuff now, and they can't take any kind of valid criticism. Even if you're nice about it, they're like, that was mean. You're supposed to like it. Like, why? Tell me why I'm supposed to just like your game because.
Right. We shouldn't live in a culture where it's just shut up and consume product. Like, that should not be the case, but it is, and people like this want that to be the case because they know that if their game is heavily criticized before the release, there's less people that are likely to purchase it. And that's why so many of these developers and studios and hate content creators like us who criticize them because, yeah, it's just our opinion. We're just being honest about our opinion. Doesn't mean we're saying our opinions are fact. I would never claim to say that. But because our channels exist and we criticize these companies, we are potentially costing them money, and they do not like that.
Nope. We seem like that's why Markiplier is getting the cold shoulder because he's an independent creator that made a movie that people really liked and made a lot of money.
Yep.
They don't like the YouTubers. But then, funny enough, all the celebrities that tried to become YouTubers and people were like, go away. We don't want you over here. Go make your movies.
See you later.
Yeah.
It's like people like Brie Larson, right, who try to make these like social media accounts and then get all this stuff. It does not work for them.
Yeah.
Because they don't act like normal human beings.
Mm-mm.
But Highguard is not going particularly well. Can't say I feel that sad or feel all that bad.
You're not surprised.
I'm not surprised. I think we all saw that coming from a mile away.
Yep.
Bonesaw, thank you for the 5. What toxicity was there with this game? Nobody called it woke, said it was pushing a message, etc. All the criticisms were mechanics and design based. Yeah, I mean, anytime there's criticism, they just view it as toxicity and hatred and harassment, and these developers will take it personally. In the case of Highguard, we didn't see it as much, but generally it's like with the Concords and even the games like Reloaded, which comes out in a couple of days, and Unknown 9 Awakenings, they will say, oh, you just hate their game because you're a racist or a sexist, and they say, oh, you just hate this game because you hate me as a person. And that didn't happen with Highguard, but they always take things the most personally they possibly can.
Yeah. Again, goes back to being soft.
Yep.
Get a backbone.
Yeah. Bring bullying back, like you said.
Yeah, I'm embarrassed for them, honestly. Like I said, like I couldn't imagine someone saying like, I don't like something that you like, and I'm like, oh. However, will I go on with my life?
I just don't take it personally, but
no, exactly.
I guess I have never been as out of touch as these people seem to be.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely out of touch.
Clippy's Ghost, thank you for the 5. 5 for Jason's opinion, far more than it's worth. Yeah, Jason Schreier's not a good guy. Jason Schreier's not somebody I like. Well, Jason Schreier has had me blocked for many years now. But thank you for the 5. Very grateful. Much appreciated. Let's talk about Disney really quickly because there's been some big news over the past couple of days. Disney's Bob Iger is exiting early as CEO is suspicious, even if the media refuses to cover the story. So Bob Iger was supposed to be the CEO of the Walt Disney Company until the end of his contract, December of 2026. Thus, his replacer would be announced in the first half of this year, apprentice under Iger, and then the transition of power would occur. But that did not happen. Now, are you shocked that Bob Iger is trying to leave this situation early, or that his contract sort of wasn't renewed again? Because, we had seen his contract be renewed before, and it seemed like maybe it could have happened again. Are you surprised that this is finally happening? It's like with Kathleen Kennedy, you never thought you'd see the day.
I know, honestly, yeah. I'm not surprised that he's going. It's like, he drops the bomb and he's just running away from it. It's like no point in staying until the end of the year. Like, I'm out. This is someone else's problem now. That's how I feel
Yeah.
with him. With Kathleen Kennedy, I was actually surprised because I'm like, but that's because we had so many, like, oh, she's stepping down. Like, for years it was going around, and then we're like, oh, nope, she's not. And then when the news dropped that it was actually happening, I'm like, I still don't know. Like, I still didn't want to believe it. I don't think it's going to make a difference. Someone else is probably going to step in, like, for her specifically. What's his name?
Dave Filoni. Yes. And then the other woman, don't remember her name.
I don't either.
Jennifer, maybe.
Possibly.
Don't even remember.
But Bob Iger, I'm not surprised at all. Damage has been done, and now
Brennan.
Okay.
Yes.
But yeah, Bob Iger, not surprised at all by it. I think that. So that who they have stepping in, right?
Yes,
okay.
I do.
I'll let you finish what you're saying first before we happen to that.
So it is Josh D. Amaro and Dana Walden.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And I know Josh, maybe both of them, but he is, I believe, the head of the parks.
Yes,
which is the only. I'm not surprised with this because that is the only thing bringing in Disney money.
Yeah.
So, I mean, is that going to translate over to the entertainment? Like, is he going to do a good job with that? I don't know, but I hope so.
I don't remember, and maybe you would. Was he? So I know Bob Chapek was a big part of it, but was he also behind Galactic Star Cruiser?
I don't know.
That hotel, yeah. I don't remember. I know Bob Chapek was a big part of that.
Too bad we don't have Jay on this one. He knows all about the Star Cruiser.
I know he does. And I remember I had talked about it a lot, but I don't remember his name popping up in that conversation. But that doesn't mean that it wasn't part, or he wasn't part of it. I guess we'll see.
I'll look.
Yeah.
Let's see. Real life journalism, guys.
Yeah, journalism caught in 4K. So I see this on Reddit. It says Josh implies something will happen with Galactic Star Cruiser. Brother, what the fuck does that mean? Something is going to happen with Star Cruiser.
He was heavily involved. Okay, so I'm saying that he was heavily involved in the oversight operation and ultimate course of the Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser.
Yeah, that lost them a few $1 billion. I don't know if I have as much hope in him as I would.
I think it just went right back down. Because I mean, the parks are still making money, but the parks that are making money are like the traditional stuff, right? Like Hollywood Studios, the Star Wars area. I think that they're finally caving, and they're going to put original characters. Like they just had like Rey and all them walking. I've been there a couple times. It's like you need to have Luke and Leia, and you like, come on, have the originals walking around that you still own the rights to. That's still Star Wars, and there's the majority of the actual fans. That's what they want to see. So they finally caved with that, I believe, and they're going to have them around. But goodness,
yeah, I mean, in the case of Kathleen Kennedy, I don't think it really could have ever gotten any better. And with Bob Iger, I really feel the same, because these are people that are already in the company, which you might think to yourself, oh, that's good because they know how the company works. But the problem is that they've only been hiring these same types of like toxic positivity people for at least a decade now. So these are the people that are sharing the same opinions as the Kathleen Kennedys and the Bob Igers.
Yeah.
So I don't even really think it could change based on these people that are being hired or that are
No.
being moved through the ranks.
Yeah, that's a fair point. I don't think so.
Yeah, and I know some people have thrown out this theory that this article mentions. One theory for the flurry of get rid of Iger that appears to have grasped the board's immediate attention is that within the same 24-hour period that we started hearing Iger would step down, we also found out that Bob Iger was named in the important DOJ filings regarding an unproven allegation he had attempted to quash investigations into massive corruption involving some of the most influential people on the planet, living and dead. And it says Reese Witherspoon, Natalie Portman, Bob Iger helped Ghislaine Maxwell locate Mark Hull for the purpose of getting him to stop the Epstein investigation. Like, I'm not claiming to obviously like know if this is the reason why it happened so quickly. Because they did just get rid of Kathleen Kennedy as well. And so to me, it seems more so like they're just saying like out with the old, in with the new. We might as well change everybody at once. But at the same time, I don't know the truth either way. And so, yeah, the timing definitely does look a little bit suspicious.
Yeah, I would agree. So I will say we'll see what happens. But
Yeah.
the fact that he was heavily involved in the Galactic Star Cruiser, that
Whew.
he's
Yeah.
got docked quite a few points on that one. So
Yeah, and obviously Disney is slipping significantly year to year in original content and streaming viewership market share. Like they're just not doing great right now, which is pretty obvious for anybody to see who's been paying attention over all these years because they haven't been listening to customers. You know, nobody wants the acolytes. Nobody wants the modern content like the She-Hulks. Yeah, they are not creating what people have been asking for, or telling the stories with the characters people have known and people have loved and people have wanted to see again.
yeah, I wish so bad that they would go back to just old Disney, the animation, all of it, the creatives, just clean house, get some new creatives in there telling stories and just let them work. The suits, the higher
Yeah.
ups, they get way too involved and they like, oh well, you know what, this agenda is being pushed right now, so we gotta throw that in there, and it's just ruining
Yeah.
entertainment. Hokies is right, wrong. Disparu wants She-Hulk. Yes, he is.
That is
he-
true. He's
it's
one of the
very
few
true.
people. Yeah.
He's fingers crossed for that still.
Yeah, no, I mean, I get it. It is entertaining to see as a creator, but it's entertaining because it's horrendous to see it happen. And it is great to tell a company when they're wrong, but I still would rather them create just better entertainment. That
We
would
just
be
have
nice.
all we're really asking for is escapism.
Yeah.
And they don't do that anymore. They put in because this stuff is not gonna age properly
Well,
either. Like the rewatchability for a lot of the stuff that we're
oh,
getting
it completely
now.
goes downhill.
Yeah.
It's like with Starfleet Academy versus, I don't know, the original series. It's night and day difference. I would never watch Starfleet Academy at all, even once, if I wasn't a content creator. And the only reason why I'm seeing it is because I am talking about it.
Yeah, I didn't watch it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You're very
I'm
lucky.
I'm an
You don't
awful
have to watch
creator.
Starfleet Academy. You don't have to play Reloaded or Highguard. Yeah, that's you're wicked. You're such a nice person. I'm not jealous at all.
I'm not gonna come at you right now.
Yeah. You're my friend, but I would take a swing. I can't believe it. You need to watch this stuff. You need to
we must
consume thy
joust.
content.
We
It's
gotta
not
joust.
fair.
And if I lose, I gotta consume all the content.
These
And-
awful
and she
pieces of
gets
content are
Leon.
like sucking the youth from me, and you're over here like, haha, I don't have to watch it.
Like, sorry, I'm watching Buffy for the 100th time. What can I say?
Yeah, watching the better content.
Yeah.
But Common Rider, thank you for the two. You guys both make a great duo. Don't you two agree? We do agree on a
Absolutely.
lot. That is true.
We
but-
agree that we are the best duo on YouTube, obviously.
Exactly. And Clippy's Ghost, thank you for the
Thank you.
10. We honestly just want the purpled hair troglodytes to make a better game as stated. It ain't the message, it's the execution. In this case, buns is buns. Press button, better you rainbow freak. Well, yeah, it's like you can have very, let's just call them progressive themes and still have a great piece of content. I always use this example, Knights of the Old Republic. You had black characters, you had white characters, you had alien characters, you had a lesbian. The story and the characters and everything top to bottom with that game was phenomenal. It's not that, oh, we're just bigots who hate this. You need to at least make the content good and at least enjoyable and try to make it entertainment if you want it to stand a chance at all. But they don't know how to tell good stories nowadays because
No,
they're
and
just
it's
untalented hacks.
our fault for not liking it. We have to just like everything we
Yeah.
consume, we have to like. If not, we're the problem. We're
Yep.
toxic. We're toxic.
Exactly.
Chuds.
That's us. And Mark of Reality, thank you for the 5. Speaking of horrendous shows, Daphne Keene, who was in The Acolyte, is going to Florida MegaCon this year. She also played X-23 in Logan. Yeah, I liked her in Logan a lot. I
did I.
obviously, though, did not like The Acolyte. It was bad.
It was bad.
Yeah, so I suppose you could look at that as being cool if you liked her in Logan, though I question any actress who would sign on for something like The Acolyte. I don't quite know if I would want to give her any money because of that.
I think she'll have a decent line because I'm not sure if she really does cons a lot. Like
I
this probably
haven't
isn't her
heard of her doing many, but
Yeah, this probably isn't her first one, but it makes sense, right? Because she was just in the Deadpool movie,
yeah.
the Deadpool Wolverine movie again too. So like the hype might be a little bit more back for her. I don't think Star Wars fans are going to be in her line. It's going to be Marvel fans.
Probably, yeah. Absolutely. Because, well, basically nobody watched The Acolyte, so I don't
And
think it's going to
also-
bring in many people.
Guys do think that she's really hot, so she's going to have
Yeah,
like those guys in her
makes
line.
sense. Hey, if that's what you want to go to a convention for, I'm not here to judge. That's cool. Congrats.
Congrats.
Yeah.
Oh, she does go to cons. Jay said she's a party girl at these cons. Okay, so she
Oh.
does go.
Cool. Yeah, I haven't
Cool.
heard of her going to many, but then again, like I'm not going to the Florida conventions, so she might only specifically like go to those.
And she wears spicy stuff. See, for the guys.
Whoa, suspicious.
So
That's okay.
suspicious. I do think she's really pretty. She's like a brunette Sydney kind of like
Yeah,
with the assets and stuff.
with the assets, presenting them on a silver platter for you and your enjoyment.
Well, that's how she makes her money, I guess, huh?
That's true. Good for her. Speaking of questionable blue-haired freaks, man, oh man, this is what the last decade of woke slop has looked like. Concord, Dustborn, Forspoken, Veilguard. You have games like Redfall, Unknown 9 Awakening, Suicide Squad, The Outer Worlds, Saints Row Reboot, just tons of games, but luckily, these companies are finding out a little bit. A lot of Japanese companies' revenue has gone down. They're facing some problems. Western companies have been facing problems for a long time as well. But the past few pretty big releases have not done so good for these companies, and I think that this is hilarious. So we know that Ghost of Yotei did worse than Tsushima. They were pretty quiet about the numbers for that game, so we don't know for certain how, good or bad it did. Obviously, it made money. It wasn't the biggest failure in the history of the video game industry, I'm sure, but not quite the experience people wanted. Today, we found out that Metroid Prime 4 apparently did extremely bad because Metroid Prime 4 sales numbers were not even mentioned in Nintendo's financial results, and that means that it failed to sell over 1 million units on either the Switch or the Switch 2.
Ooh, yeah. I was gonna ask you played that, right? And you weren't really
I did.
impressed.
Yeah, it just didn't feel much like what I would expect from Metroid Prime 4. I know it had a lot of developers on it that worked on like Halo 1 and Halo 2, and I loved Halo 1 and 2, but also those are, if those released in 2026, we'd say they were outdated, and I feel the same way about Prime 4. It just felt very outdated, and Well, have you seen, oh God, all of the images online of the buildings in Metroid Prime 4?
No, I don't believe so.
Oh, I
Did Last Shadow just is that what it is?
Metroid Prime 4 has buildings that look like vaginas in hallways that straight up look like vaginas. I'm not even dramatizing. I'll see if I can find an image for your viewing pleasure
Thanks,
on
man.
X. I don't know if I'll be able to find one quickly enough, but oh no, I can find.
So it's
I can't
there.
believe I have to see this again, man. I thought we were leaving these days behind us, bro. Does that look suspicious? I'll take you. No.
What are you
No, and
talking about?
There's
That's a
it's
teardrop.
pink. Why is
Okay,
it pink
okay.
like that? Why are you doing this to
I
us,
can't
man?
defend it. I can't defend it after
Come
that.
on, bro. Why you have to do that? The
Why?
color, the architecture and the color scheme together. What were they thinking, man?
We know what they were thinking.
Like, this is so fucking suspicious. I just can't help but see this when I look at this stupid fucking game. It's just not good.
She needs to put on underwear. Oh my
Yikes.
gosh.
But Metroid Prime 4 did not sell well. Sold less than apparently 1 million copies on Switch or Switch 2. So, it doesn't combine them. So maybe like one platform sold 600,000, another sold 600,000. But either way, that's not good. Like they expected this to be a pretty big game for them. We know
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed Shadows flopped and Ubisoft is dying or basically dead at this point. And we just had gotten the information yesterday that Avowed in the Outer Worlds 2 had flopped, and these are Obsidian games. I don't know why they would release 3 pretty big games in the same year, because they released Grounded 2, they released Avowed, and the Outer Worlds 2. Like, now they have no content for the next several years except for DLCs. But let's play the guessing game. What do you think Avowed or The Outer Worlds 2 is at right now on Steam for the player counts? Just
under
we're talking like big Microsoft owned Obsidian game. Yeah, went on to Game Pass. They want both of them, but like Microsoft, big Obsidian. What would you think?
I'm gonna say it's under 1,000.
You would be correct.
Holy moly! I was gonna say under 5. I should have.
So
500.
all-time peak was only 19,198 for Avowed, and it's at 378. And the Outer Worlds 2 came out 3 months ago, 18,251 all-time peak, and 659 in-game at the moment.
That is.
We're talking about games that have hundreds of millions of dollars budgets. I mean,
Wow.
Avowed was most likely over 200 million. We don't know for Outer Worlds 2, but rumor was also around like 120 million, I think that it was, but that doesn't count marketing either. So these are big budget games. These are not like small indie darlings where, 18K works.
Yeah.
That's
No, they spent
bad.
a lot of money for it to. Oof.
Yeah. It feels pretty bad, man. And Microsoft all around is facing problems because they reported a 9% decrease in gaming revenue for Q2. So, all in all, I mean, we're talking about failure after failure. Basically, I don't want to say every single thing, but a lot of the games that those darn toxic gamers were criticizing ended up failing. Gee whiz, I wonder why.
It escapes me. I don't know.
Yeah. But I thought this was fascinating because it means that 2025 was a big old victory for gamers and a huge L for journos and these companies. And sure, they do still have some games that are successful, some games that make money, some games that are not deemed failures, but a lot of their big budget games are not doing very good right now.
Wah, wah.
Yep. Too bad, so sad.
Anyway, no.
Yep.
So anyway,
Mark of Reality, thank you for the 2. Those guys, those darn toxic chuds. That's us. Clippy's Ghost, thank you for the 5. Last decade was a resounding ass whipping from for Western devs. Yeah, past decade has been super bad for Western developers, but it's also at times been pretty bad for Eastern developers too, because they're buying into the nonsense that has been pushed
they're getting there, and I don't know
with
why.
like global audiences and modern audiences.
It makes no sense because you see, are they not paying attention to the money that's being
Right.
lost?
Yeah, I guess not. Addis, thank you for the 10. And people want them to make a Fallout game. Yeah, if they made a new Fallout game, it would be horrendous.
Absolutely.
I mean, I'd love, New Vegas too, in theory, but in execution, I don't think so. Don't think it'd be good. And Pepper, thank you for the 5. Prime 4 is literally going through the vag doors carrying an alien seed where you give birth to a new
No.
life at the end. The worst part is it's true. Like hearing that, it makes it so much worse. It's just it really is feminism. That's the only way I can view it at this point. It's so bad. It is what it is. Thank you for the sec 100 Bjordar. For all my fellow gooners, hey you guys, that's us. Don't wear it out. Retromeister, thank you for the 5. There's a quote I came up with back in 2021 to best summarize with current events. When you replace escapism with realism, it's no longer fantasy. It's so true, though. They constantly try to push realism and not hurting anybody in the real world with certain themes. And it's just so tiring. Nothing is entertaining anymore, or very rarely are things truly escapism and fun nowadays.
Yeah, it makes me sad.
Yeah. Doom Guy, thank you for the 2. Dang, Metroid Prime finally ready to settle down. No.
Oh.
And Bones, thank you for the 5. Just looked up Daphne Keane at con. Sigh. Is there any actress who hasn't destroyed their face with Botox in Hollywood? I haven't seen like a very recent like photo of her if something's changed. It didn't look like her face was any different like a couple of months ago when they were promoting things like Deadpool and Wolverine, though.
No, but a lot can happen in just a couple months, so maybe.
Yeah, I guess I'll have to look her up and see kind of what's changed. That is always sad, though, when you see actresses and actors, who were very attractive before, looked pretty good before, and then they either get like the buccal fat removal,
that's
and then
the
they
worst.
look like vampires, or they get Botox and things. Luckily with some things, right, it's like it's not permanent, so they could remove like lip fillers and stuff, but that doesn't mean that they don't look ridiculous after it.
It's bad. I don't understand that because it's like it makes you look older.
Right.
Like in Hollywood, I thought you want to look younger.
Yeah, she's only like what, 20 or no, she just turned like 21, I think. I saw a post recently on that. So we're not even talking about an actress who is like, ooh, aging out of a certain category, and she's like trying to look younger. Like at that age, Botox would only make you look older, or at least with every example I can think of. But
I'm trying to look. I don't see anything like where she looks bad. It could have been a role as well too that maybe she had makeup on for. I'm not.
Yeah, that could also be the case.
Yeah.
But I'll have to look into it. And Varadark, thank you for the 20. No message, just a dono. Much appreciated. Thank you, thank you.
Thank you.
So, unfortunately, this had happened just a few days ago. We found out that Catherine O'Hara had passed away. And this was so sad to me because she was so amazing in so many things that she did. And so tonight, we thought we'd take some time. We'd talk about some of our favorite movies and series of hers. And we also did watch, and we're going to review Penelope, which is a movie I had seen. Wicked had not seen, though. And no spoilers, but pretty positive, like all of her projects. But what are your favorite Catherine O'Hara just projects? Because obviously mine that first come to mind are like Beetlejuice, Nightmare Before Christmas, obviously Home Alone.
I would say my favorite is probably the Home Alone movies, but
It's
if
so
we're going,
nostalgic.
it is, and it made her like, America's mom, like that
Yes.
Kevin scream, and what Macaulay Culkin said about her was so sweet, and he still calls her
Oh
mama.
my
I was like, come
gosh, I don't have that
on.
post. Oh, I think I need to find it. Oh, I
I think I have
was
it.
so sad when I saw that because it's so, like we were talking about earlier with someone like Dean Cain, it's so rare for actors to seem so down to earth, and he does seem down to earth.
Mhm.
And in this case, it's like you watch movies like Home
There
Alone
you
so much
go.
when you're also growing up. And it's like you're growing up with this character and you are like connecting with this character in this way. And, she is known, yes, as like our mom in a certain sense. And so seeing this is so depressing. He wrote a tribute to her saying, "Mama, I thought we had time. I wanted more. I wanted to sit in a chair next to you. I heard you, but I had so much more to say. I love you. I'll see you later."
Oh,
No.
so sad.
No.
I also she was great in everything she was in. I even Beetlejuice 2 wasn't good, but she was still good in it. Um,
Yes.
and like Schitt's Creek, I watched that for the first time a couple years ago, and it was one of those shows where I was like, it took me a while to watch it, and I feel like I don't know if underrated is the right word for that show because a lot of people like it, but I also know like a lot of people that have never watched it. I'm like, it's really good. You should watch it. She's great in it. Um, I didn't know that she was in The Wild Robot, which not last year, 2024, that was like my favorite movie of the year. I
Yes, it's
loved Wild
so
Robot. I didn't realize she was in
nice.
it. Yeah.
It drives me a little bit insane now when I watch it though, because Pedro Pascal is a lead
Oh,
character in it, which
yeah.
I with him it drives me nuts a little bit. But the movie in general is so, it's a little sad, but it's
But it's also
also so
heartwarming.
nice, right, and heartwarming. And I also did not know that she had voiced I think it was a possum mother in
Mhm.
it. So when I found that out, that was also a little bit sad because I hadn't realized it initially. But I mean, we're talking about so many just amazing pieces of content. Yeah, like Beetlejuice. Obviously, it wasn't as strong as the first, in my opinion, but
Oh, not at all.
it was still good. It was still entertaining.
Mhm.
Yeah, Frankenweenie. I really do like the Tim Burton like films, and
Me too.
I think they're all really cool, and I also love the types of characters that she plays in all of these. Like she's a mother or she's a wife, and like she's usually very family oriented, which I guess you could say she was like typecast into that role, but she was always amazing at that role.
Yeah, but then she also did silly things like she played different kinds of moms, right? Like she was
Yes.
like
It wasn't like
the
one
wholesome.
dimensional,
Yeah, she
like,
was like
honey, time to come in to the
uh
house at dinner time, very like, I guess we'll say take a shot every time she says diverse range of types of characters.
yeah, like in Home Alone, she was like that suburban kind of mom, and then in Schitt's Creek, she was very quirky and out there. Same with Beetlejuice.
Yes.
So yeah, that's like I didn't really think of it that way. It's like she was typecast, but she played a different type in
Yes.
that role. Like, and then she was. I want to watch more of Second City. I've never really watched much of that. That was like if you don't know what that is, it was like Saturday Night Live in Canada. She was
Yeah.
on that with John Candy
Yeah.
and quite a few people.
I didn't really get into Netflix is a series of unfortunate events,
Neither
but
did I.
she was also in that, which again, I'm sure that she did great in it. It just wasn't, I don't, it just didn't connect with me.
No.
The way that, I had read the books when I was younger. I liked the books. I just feel like not everything needs to be adapted into a live action format, and sometimes things
It's
do not
fair.
translate very well. I've never seen A Mighty Wind.
Neither have I. I'm gonna have to
Mm.
add that on the list.
After Hours, never seen this either.
Me neither. 'Cause she has a
Wow.
lot that I haven't seen. Because a
Yeah.
lot of what she has seen or that she was in that I've seen was like after the 90s.
Yeah.
In 90s and yeah.
I obviously love The Nightmare Before Christmas. It's such a good movie. I think that it's perfect for both Halloween and Christmas,
I agree.
but This one makes me sad too. People posting sad shit like Jack has lost to Sally. Stop! I'm already so depressed, man. You don't have to make it worse.
I'm already fighting back the tears, man.
Yeah. Beetlejuice, amazing performance, amazing character,
Absolutely.
great. Best in Show. I have seen this before.
It's been a while
also.
since I've seen that, but I do remember liking it.
It is good, yeah. And then obviously you've got Home Alone and Schitt's Creek. I mean,
So good. If
yeah,
you guys have
great
not watched,
performances.
if you haven't watched Schitt's Creek, you should. If you need a good laugh and you want to
Yeah.
like laugh during this like sad time for being gone, it's hard. I know with certain, actors, it's kind of hard to watch their stuff. So I
Yeah.
watched Penelope last night and I was like, oh, it's not even on the list. That
Yes.
should be on this list. Who made
I
was it
know,
Screen
it's not
Rant?
even, but it's Collider, so you can't expect
Same
too
thing,
too much from them. They generally suck, but like she was in so many things that it is kind of hard to like pin down like what type of list to use because she again did so much. She was a really like active actress, which is also nice because it's always sad when an actor and actress passes away, but at least we have them in so many things to enjoy for such a long time to come.
Yeah.
But we decided this week that we were going to in memory watch Penelope. This is a movie that had come out in 2006. I had seen it. Wicked had never seen it, but I had a feeling she was going to like it. So we'll watch the trailer really quickly for anybody else who also hasn't seen it. And then we'll get into our little review. You can start now. Thank you.
All right,
knew
we're
it.
like,
He's the one.
He just might be. Hello. My name is Penelope, and I was cursed to be born with the nose of a pig. Doctors said they couldn't fix it.
I'm sorry, the snout stays.
My mother protected me from the outside world. But to break the curse, I just had to find someone to accept me as I am till death do us part. Hello, I'm Penelope, and you must be? I was ready to give up. Gotcha! Then he walked in. Go! No, go!
Hello? Penelope, I know you're in there.
How about you and me heading down to the Cloverdilly pub right now? Penelope, come on. What are you waiting for? That's better.
All my life I've been rejected. Do you have any idea how that makes me feel?
No, come back. No.
Now, one girl will break away.
She's out there on her own, declaring her independence.
So what, are you hiding from the law, or is that just a bad nose job or something? Bad nose job.
Experience a life she's never known.
Can I have a beer on tap, please?
You're supposed to catch it.
You don't get out much, do you? We should talk.
And inspire the world to see her
Is there anything you'd like to say to the public?
Hi.
for who she is.
I like myself the way I am.
Christina Ricci,
Public loves this girl.
James McAvoy,
You know, you inspired me. Doing what you did, going off on your own like that.
Catherine O'Hara,
Things are different now, Mother, because I have friends.
and Academy Award winner Reese Witherspoon.
What's a Vespa? You ever ridden on a Vespa?
So this is a movie that I definitely would consider more of like a chick flick because it definitely is about like being true to yourself and never doubting yourself and all these things. I still think though that it is worth watching for everybody, but it is a like romantic fantasy film about this woman who is a young heiress who was cursed with the face of a pig. It's about like self-discovery and acceptance, and yeah, I mean there is a lot of romance here, but it's got a really star-studded cast. Obviously, Catherine O'Hara, Christina Ricci, you have Reese Witherspoon. I mean, there's James McAvoy. Who else is in it? I think those are the main actors. Either way, though, really great like cast of actors and actresses, and
Mhm.
I thought that this was a super heartwarming story, because it's well acted and it's very well paced, in my opinion. I feel like things like this usually draw way too long on, ooh, the fact that she's sad and hopeless. This one didn't, and I thought that was really good about it.
Yeah, it's only like an hour and a half long.
Yeah.
And it just gets to the point. It's something that's just like it was a perfect role for Catherine O'Hara again, a mom, a very different, quirky type of mom. But again, her thing. I wasn't expecting Reese Witherspoon to be in it, but yeah, the ending is not exactly what you would expect. Like a nice happy ending. Again, a chick flick. I liked it though. It was heartwarming. Like at first I'm like, what? Like she's got to pick like what am I watching right now? But then I trusted the process because of like, the good cast and because it was in the early 2000s. You can get a
Yeah.
good cast now and the movie is crap. But
It
it
reminds me
actually was reminded
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of a Twilight Zone episode where like the
The-
world was full of people with these pig faces, and like people that were born beautiful people, I don't know how to explain it, like people born with like beautiful human noses tried to like get operations. It really reminded me a lot of that. And someone in chat, well, I'm sure that there are plenty of people in chat that would remember it, but it's like about beauty in the eye of the beholder. And
Mhm.
it's the same general like message of it, but in this case, obviously, like it's aimed towards almost like a different audience, because in this case, it's supposed to be for like probably younger girls or like teenage girls who are like growing up and they might be a little bit different. So yeah, it reminded me a lot of that Twilight Zone episode though.
Yeah, absolutely. And they probably like drew from that, like what if we make it into kind of like a romantic comedy in a way?
Yeah,
But it's like it is like a romance, but it's not throughout the whole thing.
right.
But I was really glad to watch this. This was one I haven't seen with Catherine O'Hara. I didn't know Christina Ricci was in it. I think it's worth a watch. Early 2000s had some hidden gems that we didn't catch, especially like now because we get so much crap.
Yeah,
This-
and Bone says it, the Twilight Zone episode, it is different, but it reminded me a lot of it. It was someone we consider normal being considered disfigured. Yeah, and she like gets the operation, or yeah, in the universe, because everyone in that universe was disfigured. Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it was nice. This was a good one to go to, like for Catherine O'Hara. I'll probably be having like a mini marathon. I usually do that.
I think
after
I'm
we
gonna
release some
have
of
to
them.
as well, because it has been a little while since I've seen movies like like Frank and Weenie, for example. There's a couple on the list I also wanted to watch that I never had before,
Mhm.
but this is just so sad because again, it's nice when you have so many pieces of content to watch from an actor or an actress or just a creator that you like.
Mhm.
But it almost is sad because you're never gonna get that new content again,
Yeah, I know.
especially in such like iconic movies that you watch every single year around certain times. It's just like insult to injury.
Yes. Yeah. But yeah, check it out. You might like it. If not, it's okay. We don't all have to like the same thing. Some people in chat are
Yeah.
kind of bugging out. It's okay. If it's not
Yeah,
your thing.
it's probably not going to be everybody's thing, but also we're not sitting here saying like it's her best work yet, or like, oh my gosh, this
No.
is the best thing she was ever in. Of course not. Again,
No.
you have things like Beetlejuice, you have things like The Nightmare Before Christmas, you have Best in Show. Obviously, like the Home Alones are going to beat it
Top.
any day of
Absolutely.
the week.
Yeah.
We just wanted to watch things that we hadn't watched and also show a little bit more appreciation for something that might have went forgotten.
Absolutely. Agreed.
But I thought it was pretty good. I'm glad you enjoyed it too. I think I need to sit down and rewatch this number one Schitt's Creek. It's been a while. It's been a couple
I
years.
think I want to rewatch it too. It's funny.
Yeah,
It's so funny.
it's not that long either.
No, it's only 5
So-
seasons. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, I mean, I'm always looking for things to binge watch, so In just a
Always.
couple weeks, Night of the Seven Kingdoms is going to be over and I'm going to be back to being depressed.
You're
Have you been
liking
watching
it?
that?
No, I haven't. So I'm just gonna wait until it's done and just binge it. Like binge the whole thing. I'm hearing good things about it though.
I like it. I
You
like
like it
it
a lot?
so much. It's because it's based on a novella, like it's almost line for line the novella, except for a couple of like very minor changes or additions that I think are really good. It doesn't drastically change the material, and most of the episodes' dialogue have just been straight from the page, which is very rare to happen these days. But I think the reason why it works so well is just because they are like 30-minute to 35-minute episodes roughly. The first one was a bit longer. I think the last one will be a bit shorter, but they're like 35 to 45-minute episodes, very maximum. And so they didn't try to pad it out with like unnecessary additional storylines.
Yeah,
But I highly
makes such a
recommend
change.
it so far. You also could probably get through the novella if you wanted to pretty easily because there's only 3 of them out.
Oh, that's not bad.
And it's only they're only each like 110 pages, and there's illustrations on the pages. So sometimes illustrations will take up like 2 pages just for one illustration. So
Yeah.
yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch it. There's been other things that have come out, and I'm like, we're not really like reviewing it or anything. So
Yeah.
I'll just binge it when it's done.
Yeah, highly recommend though. But all right, let's get through these last few super chats, and then it'll be the end of the Vara and Virtue show for this week. Retromeister, thank you for the 2. Rip Sally the doll, Jack Skellington, his true love. I think that is the first thing I ever became acquainted with her in. That or like Home Alone were probably right around the same time for me.
Yeah, same probably. I know definitely Home Alone first, but it was probably so close that
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. The Jabroni, thank you for the 5. Catherine O'Hara's drunk scene in Waiting for Guffman is one of the funniest scenes ever filmed. Highly recommend that movie. I've seen it once and it was a very long time ago. I need to rewatch that one because I do remember it being good. But I also watched it as a teenager, so I'd probably have a much larger like appreciation for it nowadays.
I'll watch it.
Yeah, but thank you. And Screwy Dewey, thank you for the 5. Look up everyone. Loves Raymond episode. Marie's sculpture. The MP4 doors remind me of that. I don't know what you're referring to, but I will look it up because, well, whenever somebody is reminded of something because of vagina doors, surely it's got to be funny.
You gotta look it
I have
up.
to say this. Well, it's not even a door. It's a vagina-looking hallway, which just makes it even worse. I can't stand developers these days. Retromeister, thank you for the 5. Catherine had other VOs outside of Sally the doll, like Gladys the homeowner from Over the Hedge. Yes. Also, yeah, Monster House. Monster House was good. Miss Malone from Martin Short's Ed Grimley cartoon. She did a lot that I will always be very happy that she was in. She did such a good job.
She did. She really did.
Bonesaw, thank you for the 5. Glad you're enjoying A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. What do you think of Sir Arlen No. I was shocked that there wasn't more. I had heard from like during one of the interviews from the showrunner, Ira Parker, that apparently there is a limit for them because they wanted to do, I think they said in episode 3 that they wanted to have a scene where they dug a big trench, and because it's a bunch of dudes at this tourney, they'd be basically shit pits. This massive trench, and basically there would be a line of trees, and there would be rope tied to the trees, and they would lean back and shit into the trench, and they would Dunk and Egg would be talking to each other, and then one of them was supposed to fall into the pit, but they were like, "That's our limit."
That's our limit.
That's where they draw the line, guys. So.
No.
Apparently there is a little bit of a limit. I thought that was very questionable funny, I guess, though.
Yeah.
But Resty, also thank you for the 5. Much appreciated. Thank you. So we're about to wrap up the stream. Wicked, what have you been up to what are your plans for the next week or so and doing anything fun?
Well, I'll be finishing Resident Evil 7 this week. I think definitely just one more stream left. I would have been done today if I wouldn't have had an issue with my stream the other day. So that's going to be done. I was contemplating starting Resident Evil 8, but I'm like, no, maybe I'll do something else and take like a tiny Resident Evil break for a couple weeks because when Requiem comes out, that's my full attention is going to be there. So yeah, there'll be some gaming, maybe some more Mario Kart World. I played that for the first time last week, like with people, and it was fun. So yeah, just more of that. Some games, saucy as usual, Wicked's World, the usual stuff. And then
Easy
this next
peasy.
week, yeah.
And
next week.
yeah, next week, guys, of course, we will be live over on Wicked Virtue's channel. All of her links are in the description and in the chat. I will be live streaming more Code Vein 2 tomorrow. And then over the weekend, we're going to be starting Neo 3. Go and subscribe to my second channel if you haven't already. I have been putting our movie reviews up there, like the Return to Silent Hill movie review was the last piece of content to go up on the second channel. We crossed 5K subscribers just a few days ago, so thank you so much for your support, and we will let you guys know during next week's episode what our plan is for Reanimal, because we do want to stream that together. We'll most likely end up just each streaming our own gameplay on our own channels. Maybe that will take up a Vara and Virtue day. Maybe we'll do that some other days as well. I don't think it's going to be too long, so we could probably get through it pretty easily.
Yeah, I think so. Probably just a couple streams.
Yeah, for sure. But guys, thank you so much for being here the past few hours. I appreciate it. Wicked appreciates it. Like I said, check out the links in the description. Go and subscribe to her channel if you're not already. Thank you for your donations. Thank you for your memberships. Thank you for your support. Thanks for being here, and have a very good rest of your evening, everyone.
Bye.